Hello people, hello there. This is Two Legs Better and welcome to my channel Two Legs Better, and today is a Badminton Academy. So this is a badminton racket and this is the game we're playing. So of course if you are tuning in you already know this. And today I'm going to review a game. It's a competition. It's a Mia Blichfeldt contesting Wang Zhiyi from China for a quarterfinal spot. Well, let's get to it. And so this is the game. So I wanted today. I've been experimenting about how to make the game more informative, but not overwhelming at the same time. So in this game, I noticed that Mia actually likes to do the cross net drop a lot, the in front of the net. So I think that's something worth discussing. So we'll mainly focus on that. Okay. Now, before we get there, I want to explain how the cross net drop is done. But it's kind of difficult to do. Let's see if I can show it. Okay. So let's say it's forehand. All right. So if it's forehand, you try to take the shuttle high, and then you reach the racket out. Okay, it's so difficult. Yeah, I need to find a better way to do that. And then you drag it back. And when you drag it back, if you hold the racket, the grip is right, and you do it, use the fingers to control that the racket head a little bit at the last second, and then you can drag it. It's very natural. When you learn how to do it, it's very natural. But if your grip is not right, it's very difficult to do. I have seen people doing the backhand, cross by using the forehand grip. That's why you can't really, it's the shot will be very weird. It's either too high or too soft. It's usually too high, and sometimes it's too much. So the backhand grip, you have to put your thumb on the smaller side, and then reach out, and then put it back. So let the racket head move naturally. When it hits the shuttle, you just use your finger a little bit. A little force would be okay. You don't need a big force. Just a little force, it will go cross. So hopefully we can see some of the details from the replays, slow-mo replays. Okay, let's take a look. So now this is Mia Blichfeldt. She's a Danish player. I thought she was really tall because the Danish people I met usually are very, very tall. They are really very tall. But she is actually only 172 centimeters. And so this is Mia. Okay, I want you to see the other one here is Wang Zhiyi. Wang Zhiyi is, guess how high she is? She is, okay, she is 171 centimeters. So these two players are actually quite similar in terms of height. So why height is important? Because in badminton, height determines the kind of reach you have, the arm length, and then of course the body mass also matters, but in this case, that's what it is. And for for Wang Zhiyi, she is currently the world number two, ranked the world number two. I don't think she won any championship recently, but not anything that I have seen. But she's a good player. I'm not sure she's we can say she's a great player yet, but she's a good player. She recently beat An Yang once. That I saw that game, but she then lost to her again later in another tournament. So, but at least she can compete with An Yang. And for Mia, I think her highest ever was 12, and currently she's ranked number 29 in the world. And she's Mia is 27, 28 years old, 3 years older than Wang Zhiyi. So that's kind of the background. Both of them are in their prime. So let's take a look.
Oh, it's a really
Okay, so that's a cross-court shot.
nice shot, isn't it? Stretching Wang there.
Okay, that's the first cross net shot. You see that, right? Here's the thing. Let's take a look at that again. And I want you to notice a couple of things. First is the steps are similar. Everything the steps is similar. The movement. I want you to notice where the racket was when the racket started to reach forward. Not before it hits the shuttle. It's where it went. It was pretty low. It's let me see if I can. You see that? You see that? The racket. Look at Mia here. Okay, so for Mia, that's the right foot. You can see the tip of the foot is like slightly to the outside, and the right foot, the left foot is following naturally. So that's all natural. That's all good. And look at how low that racket is. It's going to the lowest point of the shuttle. I know you're defending. You know, she's defending. She's going all the way, so it's unlikely she's going to get any higher than that. But this is, look at where the shuttle is. The shuttle is here. It's up here. So it's going to drop to there. So I would advise, if I were her coach, I would advise to raise the racket, make it like you're going to, almost like a double. You're going to put it down over the net. It's very unlikely you're going to do that. But later you can see at one point in one of the plays she could do that, and she did that, and that did wonders. So what this one does is this. What this one does is, because your racket is so low, you don't have many choices. The easiest, of course, is you put the shuttle back, put it back right in front of the net. And this is what Wang Zhiyi is defending. Wang Zhiyi is basically going forward to defend that. By the way, I would wish the racket head can face up, but almost all players do it that way, facing down. It's I don't know, it's a habit or it's a coaching or whatever. It's just besides, I do that too, so I suppose it's a human nature, I guess. But it would be much better if it's the racket head is turning up. I think Celia 1 does it a lot to make it face up. So we'll see in the future if I run into that racket, those clips. But anyway, so Wang Zhiyi is ready for the job here. So now the Mia has a few choices. Mia could lift it really high to either corner. I think either corner would be a good one, but like I said, this cross corner is the same thing. So she's ready to go forward. She's also ready to go backwards. So this one is not optimal choices. So that makes this one and that one good choices. But this one, this is number one, this is number two. The reason this is number one is easier, is literally easier. But it's also easier to defend because she's closer. Wang Zhiyi is closer to this corner. So that probably prompted her to do number two. But you can see number two is difficult to do. So she did that, but the quality of the shot is not very high. It's like right here rather than closer to the line. So let's keep it moving and see it. See that? You see her movement. You raise your racket and then you pull it back. That's literally just what happens. You pull it back and then your body moves and your body will adjust the angle. So you just need a good grip and then move your body back and it will push it back. But because you take it too low, it's very difficult to do a high quality cross shot. And that's what happened there. So let's keep it rolling. That one, Mia lost the point because she took the shuttle too late and it was not far enough. It's very difficult. It's a difficult shot. And Wang Zhiyi literally just stand in her original position and jump and hit it across, and there's no way, nothing Mia can do in that case.
Yeah, fair bit of court there to aim at for Wang Zhiyi.
How low it is? 5-0. She didn't even move. See, she does that too. Wang Zhiyi did that too. Take it very late. This is the thing. This is this is the one thing. A lot of people do that. I guess, especially professionals, you are so powerful. You can do it. You can take it really low and still hit it really far, really high. But it's, for one, it puts yourself in a disadvantage situation. But not in this case. In this case, both players do that. So you can see, well, there is no advantage to either way. But if your opponent doesn't do it and you do it a lot, it puts you in a bad situation. And second is not sustainable. If you are 40, 50, you still want to do that, it's difficult. It's almost impossible then. But that's why, this is why playing badminton, if you play it the right way, is very, very helpful at many different levels. So, well, you could also argue, oh, she can't take it high. Yes, she can. She clearly can take it at a higher point. It's just it's more like a habit. But when you do that, like I said, it limits your choices, and Okay, let's take a look. By the way, men's singles players do that too. Okay, let's continue to roll. All right, that's another cross court. Okay, that's another cross court. But in this one, first the Wang Zhiyi's return was a little bit too much to the center, so not very high quality. So Mia doesn't need to go too much forward. And I want you to see where the racket head is. It's still. Let's look at that. You see that? You see where the shuttle was. The shuttle was basically around the line here. So Mia doesn't really need to move much. So she just raise the hand and do that. But even in this case, I would like the racket to be much higher than that. If it's much higher than that, it will, it will give much more pressure to your opponent. But she kind of still does it from like a knee level, and of course she won the point. But you see my argument here. Just because you won doesn't mean it's a great shot. It's still a very good shot. It's a cross shot and things like that. And in a way, Wang Zhiyi knew that before she did that. At this level, for people with a highly skilled technically, the slow job to the slow job is suicide. Really, it's suicide. They just, because the last second they can just change the wrist, change the finger, and then the shuttle goes a different way. It's just too much. So let's take another look. Okay, this is the one. See that? You see that? You see the shuttle is here. Is it here? Yeah, the shuttle is here, and the racket head is here. You see the gap? Why don't you put your racket head up there? Wouldn't that put you in a better position? Okay, so I know it sounds like nitpicking, but that's what you do. If you do it routinely, then it's just different. But anyway, so you see Wang Zhiyi's shot. After she made that shot, her body turned, her center of gravity goes forward, and then that's the foot. The foot is not ideal, not really ideal, because with the foot that far, it's hard to generate power from the back foot. So, and I think for Wang Zhiyi, the easier defensive position would be here, but and clearly Mia saw that, so that's why Mia did it cross. I just like saying the word Mia, it's a great name. Wang Zhiyi is she's Chinese. It's difficult for people who are not familiar with each other to say they're just the given name. Like Zhiyi is her given name, Wang is her family name. If I call her Zhiyi is like we are sisters, brother and sisters or something. It's like a family members does that. Good friends do that. It's just I guess I'll call her Zhiyi. That's easier, I suppose. Anyway, you see that? You see that she's moving forward, and Mia saw that, and then did a cross net and won the point. So Mia does that a lot, by the way. Let's take another look. The ones I showed you are all like a backhand at the moment.
Service over.
See that? See?
7-10.
Just a little movement, just drag it back a little bit, it goes across. But in order to do that, you have to have the right grip. If you are, I see amateur players try to do that and they couldn't, and they don't know why. I do the same thing, my foot and because your grip is not right. You cannot see the grip in those videos. You can't see those professionals, what they do with their grip, with their hand, with their fingers. That's the thing. That's the part you really need a coach. You really need a good coach that really knows the shit. Okay, so.
Decent shot there from Blichfeldt.
All right, you see that one? That is another cross court. That's the forehand cross court, and this one, notice her racket is facing up, and that put her in a much better position, and now she has all the choices, and Zhiyi cannot even move. She can't move. Wherever she moves, the shuttle will go to a different location. So she had to stay there and wait for her to do the move. And after Mia did the move, it's already too late. Nobody can really get this shot with this kind of quality. So let's take another look. So let's see. Okay, so first, Mia drop it back in front of the net with a little bit of well, I wouldn't call it fake, but it's kind of like a fake, I suppose. And that puts Zhiyi out of her position. And when Zhiyi came back to put it back, and then Mia didn't move, so she was closer to the shuttle, and she had a chance to do that.
Decent shot there from Blichfeldt.
See how high? See how high it is? You know, you raise your racket to go there, you just pull it back. You raise your racket, go there, and then pull it back, and then it goes nicely across the court. That's just beautiful. That's just beautiful. It's you know, that's the best cross court from Mia so far.
Done well here. Yes, she's won the point. Brilliant at the nets from the Dane.
See that? See the second now. Okay. Did you see that? It's worth another showing, I believe.
Nets from the Dane.
See that? See the. Okay, I gotta pause and point it out, right? Let's appreciate that. That's the foot, that's the other foot, and that's the arm, and that's the racket. You see that? You see all the angles? It's. I'm telling you, it's different. It's different from a lot of things. What's that? What's that background? Yeah. Anyway, whatever. So this is what it looks like. So you know, and then let's look at the shot. See that? See that? Little touch, and the shuttle just nicely, beautifully go across the net. It's just so beautiful. I just love it.
And it's
Okay, so that's a failed attempt to do the cross court. It's a defensive cross court, and she did it half-heartedly because she just want to finish this and then go to the next round, I suppose. And but whatever the case is, she didn't do it right. Here is what the good return would be. Okay, so if she determines that the shuttle goes here, and then her body, for me, I mean, her body should go forward, and just same thing, raise your racket there, and then pull it back, and let the racket head hit the shuttle, and then it will go cross. It will go back across the net. It's I really don't know how to describe it in a clearer sense, but you can see she didn't really do it in full strength. She's like yeah. I don't know why though. I mean, if I were her, I probably would still try my best to put it back because it's only 9-10, and I know you want to take a break, but I don't know. Let's see. See that? She tends to get the water from a pond or something. Well, you know, you go down to get it. I would, if I were her coach, I would say go forward to get it, to hunt the shuttle. You know, don't wait for it. Don't just, you know, get it from the ground. It's yeah. Anyway, all right, let's move on.
And it's Wang Zhiyi then with a 2-point lead here
11-9
in the interval of the first game. 11-9.
See, she goes really down to almost to the ground in order to do that. All right, she did it again. Is the same motion, almost to the ground to get it, and that's also a cross. But because it's long, see, this is how Wang Zhiyi made technical changes. She found out that Mia's cross court is pretty net shot is kind of dangerous. So she put the shuttle further and a little bit faster, so she can't really do it well. And this is what happens, and that's 2 in a row now. And now she won this point, but let's take another look at this one. Notice how she goes down to get it. That's the part, you know, go forward to hit it back, not go down to get it back. It was a cross back, but it's low, and so the return was high, and it was easier for your opponent.
just nicking Blichfeldt there on the mouth.
By the way, Mia was hit below the nose by the shuttle, but earlier I think she also hit Zhiyi somewhere, I think. Anyway, whatever. That's a little thing.
She played that shot.
How high it is?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You heard?
Okay, that's a beauty. That's a good thing. I kind of want you to notice how Mia goes really low to defend. It's not very efficient. It's I don't know. She has to go really low. Her body and her hands go really low to defend those. It's not very efficient.
That is a glorious shot from Blichfeldt.
13-16.
This shot she was able to make was because first she jumped, and second is it's not very deep. It's not close. It's closer to the doubles service back line, so she was able to do the cross.
Well, a good roll of 3 points in a row, Blichfeldt. So she once again is looking to narrow that lead. That is
too many backhands, but okay, let's move on. Remember, our focus is a cross-court net drop.
in, well in. Just took the weight off that shot, Wang Zhiyi, eased it in. Excellent work from her. Mia Blichfeldt.
No, Wang Zhiyi did a cross. Okay, let's see Wang Zhiyi's cross. Okay. Compare Wang Zhiyi's cross, this cross, with Mia's cross earlier. Okay, try to see the difference. Wang Zhiyi's cross is also kind of a little bit further from the net and fast return shuttle. So she just hunted. She goes forward, take it high, and then hit it, drive it back, rather than go down low to grab it back. You know, just let's see if you can see that. See that? See? You see the for Mia's shot. For Mia, this is Wang Zhiyi's racket. For Mia's, it's almost always like this. Remember that? So for Wang Zhiyi to be like this, there are many advantages for Zhiyi's shuttle like this. Now she has the choice to drive it right back to the same location. That's one reason Mia doesn't dare to move. She can't move forward. If she moves forward, the shuttle will come back straight down the line. So she can't do that. And then Zhiyi was like, okay, you're not moving, then I will just cross it, cross the net. And that's exactly what she did. You see that? It's almost like a dance. It's just that, when your shuttle is there, you are looking at your opponent to see, okay, let's dance. Where are you going? You're going backwards, I'm going to go forward. And that's what happened.
Mia Blichfeldt as Wang
Zhiyi won the first set, 21.
Zhiyi, who was tested for a fair bit in that first game, suddenly surges ahead and wins it. In the end, it looks fairly comfortable, 21-13.
Okay, the second set. Let's see. Based on my knowledge, I don't think Blichfeldt has won any set against top players yet. But let's see.
Warren, it probably gets a little tougher for her.
Did you notice how low that was for Zhiyi to retrieve that shuttle? It's just so low. When you get the shuttle so low, your return cannot have the quality of the return is not very good. It's easier for your opponent.
Goes down to 66%.
And
Still, 2/3 of the time she goes on to win.
this is the hit I was talking about.
She's dictating things here now.
Yeah, she is dictating things. Mia is putting it on, so she's a little bit desperate because this is the second game. So if not now, when, right?
Nicely done. Blichfeldt having to work hard.
10.
Yep.
Ah,
There it is. That's a beauty. Okay, that's a beauty. What do I mean by that? That is a really
10.
Okay, let's see. So she's ready. She's her foot is this angle, but her body, her center of gravity is there. So that's a little bit confusing. If in this case, if Wang Zhiyi saw that, what would she do? She would drop it behind. It would be beautiful. But Zhiyi was using the backhand. Backhand to drop it there, it's unlikely to be high quality. It's just but this is the best spot. But Zhiyi chose to put it back in front of the net, and let's see what happened. But it's really, really high. It's really, really high. For a shuttle that high, I want you to notice this is where is it? Yeah, that is Mia's racket. You can't see it from this frozen image here, but that's the racket. It's parallel to the ground. It's still too low. It's to me it's too low. You gotta go higher to freeze your opponent. But she's a good player, so I suppose that's good enough for her. So let's see. See that? So it's still kind of to get it from the ground, but of course it's a little bit higher than the ground there. And what it does is it creates a beautiful job there, a really beautiful job there. Yeah, and Wang Zhiyi again. Zhiyi is ready to go there. So this becomes the weak point. Yeah. At this point, if you are Zhiyi, don't you think it's almost like a given? You knew what Mia is going to do, right? that's like her favorite shot, right? Yeah. It's easier for me to sit in here and suggest that, I suppose. But yeah, it's a beautiful shot. In any case, it's a beautiful cross shot. See that? See that? It's right on the line, and it's a great length and great speed, and it's so crisp, so great.
that is excellent. Some really good stuff being played by Mia Blichfeldt. A big improvement from the first game, and she leads by 4 here, though it was...
The only criticism from me would be it's a little bit too low. She can do it a little bit higher.
Wang Zhiyi won that first game.
But I want you to notice one thing is that, I talked many times, in badminton, it's almost like dancing. You need to dissect that into different sections. You move forward to reach the shuttle, and then make the movement to hit the shuttle, and then get back. So the 3 steps, in those slow motions, especially for female, women's singles, you can see that rather clearly. So let's see the rest of the second game. Second set.
Great shot.
That's a great shot. That's a great strike, a smash.
Service over. 13-10.
Now, Can she draw level here? Wang Zhiyi.
Okay, that was Wang Zhiyi's cross. Okay.
She can.
Okay, cross, if you use it well, it can be really, really damaging. So this one, I want you to notice where Wang Zhiyi hits it. Okay, it's a little bit high. You might say I'm nitpicking here, but this is one of the differences. If you hit the shuttle above the floor versus you hit the shuttle at your shoulder level, at your waist level, it's a big difference. Try it yourself. If you're a player, try to get the shuttle from the ground, or try to hit it at your shoulder level or your waist. It's very, very different. And Wang Zhiyi can do that, and Mia doesn't do that routinely yet. So that might be one of the differences between the two players. One of them.
Can she draw level?
See how high she take the shuttle, and she didn't get a clear winner right from that. But she doesn't have to get a very high quality shot, and they already put your opponent in a tough situation there.
Here, Wang Zhiyi. She can.
You see that that was a damaging shot.
Well, that impressive start, the 5-point lead she had at the beginning, it has been wiped out, Mia Blichfeldt. That's a credit to Wang Zhiyi. She's had to work really hard.
I love Monday.com.
What's Monday.com?
You don't know Monday.com? This is Monday.
Okay, now did I get it back? All right, next one.
Well, very quickly, just as Wang Zhiyi was starting to threaten, Blichfeldt has opened up a 4-point lead.
You see that when you defend from the floor, it's very difficult.
Wang Zhiyi will take this point, though. It's a real old battle, this one, isn't it?
14-17.
It's been a good second game. Far more balance than this. Oh, the tumble. Again, excellent work from Blichfeldt. Nothing much that one could do from here. Oh, she's done it again off the net. She won't care. And for the first time ever against Wang Zhiyi, Mia Blichfeldt has taken a game off her opponent. Only the 6th time in something like 19 meetings against top 3 players.
That's another cross court. This one is a little bit unconventional because it's a half smash. This is the third set, so both players are probably a little bit tired. So that smash, also because Zhiyi was on the move, so that smash wasn't really as powerful as it could be, and Mia was retrieving to defend it, was actually hopping a little bit, and that actually helped her to put her shuttle high, put her racket higher to get it back. So let's see. This one is it's not much chance for Zhiyi to get it back. See how high it is.
Again, excellent shot from Wang.
8-5.
Important there for Blichfeldt to peg her opponent back. I think she should be all right if it's just 3 that she's behind by the interval. If not, better, obviously. So perfect. It's gone to plan for Wang Zhiyi. She has got the 5-point lead that she probably would have wanted.
Okay, let's see that cross. That was not a bad cross, actually. The cross itself is not too bad. Again, the same tendency for her to get it low, so that makes it travel too far. But I would say, did you notice that Zhiyi was ready for that? Zhiyi's location was there, so she was moving back a little bit. She was basically ready that she wasn't committed to here. She was kind of committed to here. So this is one reason Zhiyi can get it back, because she kind of knew Mia is going to do that. I think that the smart thing Mia could do in that situation is to drop it here, right in front of the net, because Zhiyi's position didn't move. So that's actually a safer shot, and maybe even an easier shot than the cross court. So, but let's take a quick look again. See? She was ready for that. Her footwork, and she was ready for that. And
Wang is up by 8 here. But that could arguably be a little turning point. Good shot there from Blichfeldt, but she can't finish it.
See that? That's another beauty, another cross court. You know, I'm telling you, Mia loves that shot, and that was a beauty. Let's take another look. It's just let's do some justice to that. Okay, that actually wasn't a bad shot. Zhiyi's return, but see what Mia did.
Good shot there.
But because he was high and Mia can get it at a high point, it just a little bit above the tape and go cross, and there's no chance for Zhiyi to get it back. That's a beauty.
From Blichfeldt, but she can't finish it off.
Oh, it didn't go. It didn't go cross. It hit the tape and it dropped back. My bad on that. But that was such a beautiful shot. If she made it over, it was a beautiful shot.
And it's 10 points now. This is huge for Wang.
If only she get it a little bit early, a little bit higher, you know. At this point, there's really no point anymore. All right, so that was the game, and that's also the end of this episode. And this is Two Legs Better from Two Legs Better Badminton Academy, and I will post more analysis on those techniques in the future. And please subscribe, please share, and please come back. And your support will be my motivation to make more videos like this. So thank you, and have a nice day.